All right, I'm back. Keeping trying to stay in that 10-minute bracket. So that's what that means. Being the real you, having the courage to be the real you. The Temple of Hip Hop teaches this. Do you have the courage to be the real you? And it's one thing to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting here talking it, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, fuck, I'm fed up. I'm fed up with like not being the real me. You know what I mean? And I'll put myself on the line, for people to see me go through that particular, put myself on the stand, or put myself, on the crossfire, or put myself in a situation where, like, yeah, look, all eyes on me, look at me, like, this is what not being happy looks like. This is what, not being content and fulfilled in terms of purpose and stuff is. And it's just a matter of just getting off my ass and doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing. And this is what this whole blog thing is about, is being the real me already. And a lot of people may look at me and be like, Mondo, what are you talking about? You are the real you. I mean, I see you every day. You're doing you, like, what are you talking about? And this is how real it gets. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is, constantly, it's funny because it's funny how obvious it is to other people what you look like, except for you, of what you look like to yourself. Like, your environment is quick to tell you what you look like, and what you're doing, what you're not doing, what you're supposed to be doing, what you're not supposed to be doing. And those are the people that are going to tear you down. But when you're ready, when you're on a path to accomplish something, the people that are the closest to you, this is other people have said this before. People who have been on the path, and people who have mastered themselves will tell you that it's the closest people to you that are going to tear you down. And sometimes they do it ignorantly. Like, I don't even know that they're doing more harm to you by keeping you from, quote unquote, suffering, potentially suffering. Like a mother will keep you from leaving the house because they don't want you to get hurt, their baby to get hurt. It's the real world. Something may happen to them outside, and you don't want anything to happen to not my baby, and you're not going nowhere. I'm gonna lock you in the room and throw away the key until you're 40, and then and there goes your life. So those are the types of things that can really affect you, the individual trying to come up. And this also requires responsibility, real responsibility. With great freedom comes real responsibility. And or great responsibility. With great freedom comes great responsibility, and this is real, because you're the only one that's going to, like, for business owners, people who are out to be entrepreneurs. If you want to be an independent entrepreneur, business owner for yourself, that means that you really got to be disciplined, even more so than a regular employee is. Like, you go to work, you clock in, you got to be there before a certain time, or they send you home, or they write you up, or whatnot. But then, if you want to be an employee, you want to be an independent, but you don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to prepare yourself before the night before. You don't want to prepare your notes, or you don't want to do your checks and balances. You don't want to do your research the night before, study, et cetera, because you know that tomorrow, it happens very, very, very fast. And so, but to be an independent, that means you got to be more disciplined than an individual that is working for somebody else. You are the company. Your productivity and your success is depending on you, and this requires discipline. So if you're going over to independent, artistry, you are the record label. You are the distribution company. You are, everything that you are striving to have in order to be successful. And it's not just having the right people around you or the resources or the money. It's really like, it's a lot of things. Your character, it's your character. It's your ability to remain healthy you know. Again, going back to this party and bullshit, or the behind the scenes, of the entertainment world, and the backstage, facade, and the drinks and the other things that, the drug, sex, rock and roll lifestyle, crazy, the females, the cars. This is all facade. This is not what makes an artist. This is not what makes a career. This is not what makes a lifestyle, a sustainable lifestyle. You know, this is all a lie. It's for other people to gain from you. But what good is all of this? What good is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul in the process? Like your health. There is no wealth without health. You know what I'm saying? Like, you smoking and drinking and staying up late hours, crazy hours, ingesting things you're not supposed to. Like, your body will crash. You know, um, this is extremely important. Your character, more even beyond your personality. Your personality is not your character. Like, your brain isn't your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, your character is what is extremely important if you're going to be successful. This has nothing to do with skill. Like, your skill set has nothing to do with with your character. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be the dopest artist with the dopest writing ability, freestyling ability, creative, you're drawing, you're create, like, you got a great presence and people like you because you talk well and stuff, but nobody likes who you are as a person. So they're not giving you any gigs, they're not giving you any work because you're just an asshole, or you're just a you're somebody who just you've always got something smart to say, you've always got this egotistic approach to things, and you're correcting people, and you're being selfish, and you me, I want, well, I'm not gonna get this if I don't have this, and that's it, and then people are like, get out of here, man, I'll get somebody else to do it for half the price, or for with lesser demands and stuff. So this is extremely important. Now, this is where we start to talk about, the Temple of Hip Hop is not a record label. The Temple of Hip Hop is not a company. The Temple of Hip Hop is not a career builder or startup kit for people. This is for people who really want to align themselves with their purpose, with spirituality, with aligning themselves with their God, their inner peace, and live hip hop as a happy person, somebody who wants to be at peace, peace, love, unity, and joy. You know what I mean? You want to yield health, love, awareness, and wealth through that lifestyle. This has nothing to do with money, but we can get money. We can, it's a process, so this is, I'm approaching 2 more minutes before I get into what I was. See, I haven't even referred to any of the critics. See, this is the building process right now. So, um, this first piece was really about getting to know me. And you'll continue to get to know me because I'm a very outspoken person. I'll continue to talk about as it pertains to what we're doing. I'm gonna try to be shallow with it like that, but you know, there are plenty of lessons and things to talk about, go over, that are hopefully going to get you to where you're trying to get. Even if the spiritual path, or the more conscious way of doing things isn't for you, through the language of hip hop or the temple of hip hop. Hopefully, you're listening to this and you're like, wow, man, these people are different. This guy's different. What does he really know? How I could, I'll mess with him, man. I'll work with him. Maybe we can talk about something that'll inspire you, and maybe something that I know will help you get to where you're trying to get. This is all about humanity. This is about relieving human suffering. This is about building civilization, building. This has more to do with building the individual than anything else. And if we can make some money in the process, then I'm for it. Um, but it's 11:33 right now, and 9:39. So yeah, so I'm gonna end that for right now. Um, I want to get into a few things, so we're just gonna go through it. All right, I may just go starting from page one and then explain things through my, you know, through my personal experiences and how I've approached, this book and life, and I'll go into some stories and some situations, circumstances that I've been in, and travels, and I know that's the stuff people really want to know about. What was it like when you were there? Where'd you go? Who'd you talk to? What'd you do? And how'd you deal with this, etc. I mean, I've got some crazy stories to tell you. Getting left behind in other countries, and having to meet deadlines, and crazy, meeting certain people, and dealing with monies and contracts, and and then also just dealing with spiritual things that have happened, things, insightful things, reaching enlightenment and stuff like that, which is an ongoing thing. It's not just a one-time thing, whatever. But I'll explain that, metaphysics, philosophies, and as they pertain to hip hop, and I'm down to do that because I feel this is my purpose in life, and I'll talk about purpose as well. All right, so that's it. Peace for now.